Hi friends, and welcome back to another card making video. Today I needed to make a card in a hurry. It was a friend's little girl's birthday and she loves unicorns, and I knew in my little drawer of bits that I had some unicorn stamps from Clearly Besotted that I'd stamped and cut out. So I went through my drawer of all the bits that might work with this card. I really did not have a lot of time to get this made and in the post. So I was relying on things that I've done before. I had no sketch or anything in mind. I was literally flying blind, which is not normally the way I like to make a card. So as you can see, I've got this very sort of pretty watercolour panel that's got a stamped image already, but I bodged it up when I stamped it. But because I liked the background and I liked the watercolouring, I put it in my little drawer of bits and hopefully, I'd be able to use it. And here I am today. So I have cut that piece out with the MFT Blueprints 27 scalloped rectangle. And then I had this piece of, I think it's Melon Mambo by Stampin' Up, cardstock in a fishtail, with a fishtail die. I think it's MFT fishtail, it could be Simon. Anyway, I've used an embossing folder to give that a little bit of texture, and then I'm just trying to figure out placement now. I've got to cover up obviously what was already on this background stamp. I'm fussy cutting out another one of those Clearly Besotted unicorn stamps. This time it's the little rainbow. The unicorn I've already got on there, I've put some foam tape on the back of him, but I've not actually stuck him down yet. I'm still figuring out and playing with placement. Decided it needed a little bit more neutral colour, so I've used some cloud dies from, I can't think of the set. It's a Lawn Fawn set. Flying High? It's got a hot air balloon in it. Cannot think of the life of me what the stamp set is called. But those clouds came in handy just to add a little bit more of a neutral colour and to ground my unicorns so they weren't just sort of floating in midair without much purpose. Does a unicorn have much purpose? Anywho, I've now successfully covered up the stamp that I needed to. I'm going in with some Wink of Stella in the clear just to add some shimmer to the manes and tails and a bit to the clouds, because every little girl likes a little bit of glimmer and shimmer on their cards. I'm using a Perfect Plum piece of cardstock to make my card base. That's from Stampin' Up. Because the MFT, they're an American company, so their dies and stamps are designed to fit with the American A2 size cards, which are slightly smaller than our A6. So when I make a card base, I just trim a little bit off, and then that way it all fits in proportion. This is Lawn Fawn's Happy 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 stamp set. I've got the coordinating dies, so I've stamped this little happy out onto some of the Perfect Plum cardstock with Versamark ink, and I've heat embossed it with a white embossing powder, and then the die goes over the top, and then when that's cut out it just leaves a little bit of a purple outline. So I quite like that. It was one of the things about this stamp set that made me want to buy it. This is the birthday stamp that also comes in that stamp set. I'm prepping my cardstock with my anti-static powder tool because I'm going to heat emboss this little strip as well. Heating the back of my cardstock because it's starting to warp. The heat tool that I've got, it isn't the best, to be honest. It does take a long time to heat up. I heat it off to the side to begin with, but I just don't think it's hot enough, to be honest. I'm using my Fiskars paper trimmer just to trim down that strip, and then I'm giving it a little fishtail to give it a little bit of interest, and it just sort of mimics the fishtail banner strip that I've got in the pink as well. So I'm just using my Ranger Multi-Matte Medium to stick those down. Not going to worry about any more sort of dimension and foam tape with that. And that is the front of the card finished. So that's going to be stuck down now onto my card base. Got the little little clouds that hang over the edge, which I quite like, so it's not all contained within that frame. And I was determined to use this little rainbow that I fussy cut out, so he's going on the inside of the card. And now I'm going to stamp a little birthday greeting. I was trying to decide whether to choose both of these, but just went for the one. And this is from Birthday Messages, which is a Simon Says stamp set, and I've just stamped in the middle, this calls for cake and ice cream. And that finishes my card for today. It probably, I don't know, took me about 45 minutes to get this done. Not having to do the background or anything like that made a massive difference. So all I've done is literally cut things out and stuck them. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed the card today, and I will see you next time. Bye.